It began when their scout ships appeared, emerging from the Stygian rift that until then had stood as the Citadel's impenetrable border. We had monitored the anomalies, prepared for this incursion, but theory pales against reality. They came not as ambassadors, but conquerors. The Havenites spoke of unity, yet their definition was submission. When negotiations failed, war followed. Our armadas clashed by icy moons in the coronal hearts of stars, across worlds, sleeping unaware of the battles above. For years uncounted, the Havenite menace seemed unstoppable. Their biomechanical hive fleets absorbed all losses, grew ever stronger. Entire systems fell silent, joy and hope devoured. In those darkening days, some among us turned to fear, called for surrender before the coming storm. But humanity stood defiant, unwilling to bend. We had fought extinction's shadow before and survived against odds. Now, we would hold the line until a weapon capable of stopping this nightmare could be forged. For we knew that if the Havenites were not halted here, all life would eventually be consumed. So Earth's engineers performed miracles, sculpting instruments of deliverance from the derelicts of older conflicts. And when the Havenite armada came for Saul, thirsting to extinguish humanity's fire, we unleashed our reborn fury. The Colossi came striding through rifts of folded space, walking engines of ancient design awakened to fight again. Around them rallied our legions, brave and terrified. The time had come. All futures balanced on the fulcrum of this hour. We would turn back this darkness, or be extinguished, trying. The battle joined, titans clashing amidst crimson flares and trailing wreckage. Our Colossi carved through the biomechanical hive fleets with each devastating swing, but countless more surged to overwhelm them. The Havenites embraced their own annihilation, so long as it achieved final victory. Driven back, we unleashed our final desperate hope, the singularity cores, concentrated black hole fragments housed on the Colossi and starships. Initially, hesitation gripped us. Once activated near a system star, they would render entire worlds barren and lifeless. But we had no choice. It was this, or total defeat. As the Havenites pressed their advantage, we turned our gaze from the light, allowing night to descend. The cores ruptured stars along the enemy's flanks, birthing infant supernovas. Their primary fleets found themselves entombed inside walls of gravitational force, trapped in dying systems searing with radiation. We dealt havoc, but did not escape unscarred. In the quiet aftermath, with the singularity cores collapsed and Earth charred from orbital fire, ambassadors came to offer the Havenites' surrender and plead for aid. But humanity had witnessed the looking glass and what lurked within. Though triumphant, we turned inward, shunning wider galactic society. Our cities became fortresses, borders tightly sealed. No longer could we ignore the darkness dwelling deep in sentient nature from which new threats would someday be born. After the cost paid in blood, humanity's spirit was irrevocably changed. The Havenite War remains our greatest shame and our finest hour, for when faced with Oblivion, we chose to fight. That light might endure a little longer, but the memories haunt us still. Tempering hope with hard truths, we stand vigilant, fortifying the bulwarks and honing the ancient engines, waiting, always waiting, for night to fall again.